how tall all this grass is. After tomorrow, that's not going to be a thing anymore. I went armpit deep in debt to get me a tractor with a 54-inch deck on it, 24 horse Briggs motor. Brand new Craftsman. Okay. Another one of the things I gotta test and review. Could put it on now, but got 2 review items now. Things that different companies have sent me to review for them. Got hooked up through a friend of mine, one of my YouTube buddies down there in Louisiana. And I don't mind running with it, doing a full-on basically, I'm gonna do a video for everything I can possibly do. This one, it took me a while to get because I guess they didn't understand my responses to their questions. This is actually the copper joint it's a knee sleeve, and I've got problems with my knee, so I may wind up, that's an awful small box. Problems I've got with my knees, though, I've had quite a while. Mostly since falling 25 feet down an elevator shaft. I don't think that's going to be big enough to do what I need it to do. But we'll see. I'll try it out later on. Flexibility, compression, antimicrobial, fast drying. So basically that's going to be like spandex, more than likely. We'll see. It's not like I can complain. I didn't spend anything on it. Anyway, yeah. A buddy of mine hooked me up with this company, and that's all they do is have YouTubers review different products of theirs, either do their reviews or just give their opinions. One of them I was given, I'm not sure you really do anything with it. It's called Influencer, and all it is you review review things that you've already had. Excuse me. Review things you've already had or done or bought on your own, and you put your review up on their site. They don't actually send you anything. It's just a place for you to put your opinions about what you've used or what you've had of their products. I kind of think it's a waste of time. I haven't done anything. I mean, I've gone through all their surveys of stuff that they have on there to choose from. My wife's probably losing her mind over that one. 2015 Malibu. She likes them cars, I'll tell you what. Yeah. Don't know if I covered it or not yet, but her Saab has seen better days. As far as I'm concerned, it has. The body's still in perfect shape. Paint's in great shape. Top's in perfect shape. Interior's nasty because she doesn't know how to take care of things. Just slow my roll. Tires are in good shape yet. When the motor will start up and run, it runs great. What makes me mad is she's had broken door handles on it for a while now. And when I didn't wind up replacing the alternator in her car, because I figured out that I was just an idiot before and didn't hook the alternator back up right, took the money that I was going to spend on her money that I had spent on her alternator and got back, and ordered her 2 new door handles, because both the inner door handles on the doors were busted. I think that was like $45 for the pair. And then I spent like $58 on the driver's side motor mount. And before I even got the opportunity to try and put it on, it died again. And it died a really weird death, so there's that. The steel prices might be going back up now because the gas prices are going back up. I can't remember what the correlation is between the two, but I don't remember if it was when the gas prices went up, the steel prices were up, or if when the gas prices went down, the steel prices went up. I don't even know how to check it, to be honest. Just have to ask somebody. But I am ready to haul her car in. It's on the trailer, and I'm not doing another thing with it other than, well, tomorrow night I got to roll it off of the trailer because I got to go pick up my new mower. And I could have had them deliver it to the house, but that would have been another $260, I think it was. And I wasn't spending that. When I've got a trailer out there, I can hook up to it, drive 20 minutes up the road, and have them loaded on there for me. Why spend the money to have some guy interrupt my day, probably while I'm working, to come out and drop it off in our yard? I've got to have insurance or not on these things, because I'm going down to get my tags now. I've been told we have to, and for the first time ever in 8 years that I've owned this truck, I actually have insurance on it, finally. Not sure why they got the, oh, I guess school is actually in session. So I'm not sure why they've actually got the 25 mile per hour speed limit zone lights flashing. And I looked over and saw they are actually in school today. And the cop's sitting there at the old closed down gas station trying to catch somebody zipping through here faster than 25. Ain't gonna be me. There's one more school zone about 5 miles ahead of me. And then I can open this sucker up and get going. Get the heck out of Dodge. Now shut the 4K off because no need in running both of them. Figured I'd try my hand at the picture-in-picture thing. I think it's a bunch of crap that we've got to have our vehicles tested here. Just in the cities that are right around Nashville, we've got to have vehicles tested. Nowhere else in the state do you have to have them tested, just here. Davidson County, which is Nashville, and Sumner County, which is where we live. Well, I did just put my 9th sticker on my license plate. God, I need to get a haircut. That thing got bushy. Kind of noticed that a little bit when I got out of the shower this morning, but Didn't realize it was quite that bad. My hair was still wet then, so it was kind of mushed down a bit then. Now that it's all dry, it's standing up like crazy. It looked like a hobo. But yeah, that took like 2 minutes, if that. I handed her the thing, she scanned it, told me $75. Gave her my card, she verified my ID with my card, handed me a sticker, said have a nice day. That's it. She said, yeah, unless you want to take longer and shoot the breeze. I was like, no, got things to do, but I didn't expect that was going to take that little amount of time. But if I'd have waited to get it, if I'd have wanted to get my tags in town, which I could do, I'd have had to wait until the 10th, like next Wednesday or Thursday. Wasn't prepared to do that. And they did not ask for my insurance. So basically, I kind of technically didn't have to get insurance, but I did, because my wife's a paranoid goof. Went in there with my phone and all prepared to pull up my proof of insurance. Never even bothered to ask me for it. Am I upset about it? No. Because legally I'm supposed to have it anyway. I am a little perturbed that I got it, and could have gone another year without it. I know a lot of people would get mad about that, or upset that I would dare even try to drive without insurance. But you know what? I'm a safe enough driver, and I know how to watch for idiots enough that I've managed to go 8 years without having any accidents, running into anybody, or allowing anybody else to hit or run into me. Now you watch, because I have insurance now, something's gonna happen. I almost guarantee it. I paid for this insurance for 6 months, and I would almost bet money that before this 6 months is up, something's gonna happen with this truck. Just call it a hunch. Call it whatever you want. I'd almost guarantee it. I do like the fact that YouTube's finally changing their copyright thing. I don't know how much it's going to benefit anybody, but Philip DeFranco was talking about it a couple days ago, and I think Adam even touched on it. About how everything will just be put in one big pot. And when somebody posts a copyright claim, my problem with that is, let's say somebody puts up a copyright claim like CD Baby or whoever. They post up a copyright claim, and then now that they know that it's going to be like this, follow it through, they still get the money. So all that money that you would have gotten from your video that you think you're getting, you don't get because of a copyright claim that somebody that has no business claiming it actually did. Personally, I don't think anything 30 seconds or less should be counted. It's just my personal opinion. And I'm sure there's some that will agree with me and some that are artists that probably won't. It's fine. It's your prerogative to agree with me or not. But 15 to 30 seconds of a song is not somebody stealing your work or making monetary gain off of your work. That's playing a sample of your work, and maybe if somebody asks about it, it's also getting your work out there to other people that may not otherwise know about it. Personally, if I was an artist and somebody played portions of one of my songs, I'd be ecstatic about it. Be like, yeah, go ahead. Don't play the whole song, but play a sample, and when somebody asks, tell them whose song it is. And nobody I know's ever made a 30-second song. Not a legitimate 30-second song anyway. I've heard some joke songs made before, but they were about that long. Anyway, so now I'm legal again. This weekend I'm probably going to pack up my trailer and hook up and haul my butt to Knoxville. My mother's been telling me I need to come get that Honda from her house. It's a 92 5-speed Honda. Got a lot of miles left to go on it yet. Dad couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. He got it from one of his renters. He said that he thought it had an electrical problem. I think it's got a computer problem, or the injector, an issue with the injector itself. Maybe be a fuel pump. And depending on how I feel, either come back Friday night or Saturday morning. It's only a 3.5 hour trip. But I'm gonna have to get the brakes done on this thing before I go either way. State Patrol pickup truck? Wow. Okay. That's different. guessing that's what year it is because it looks just like the one my son has. And unfortunately, that apple's falling way far away from the tree. Of course, he's going to learn. He'll learn the hard way, just like everybody else. He's not one that's very brand loyal. He is right now over his Ford because it's his Ford. He's spending $22,000, I think my wife said, on a 2012 Ford, which I think is ridiculous. The most he should have to spend on that truck, because he's put aftermarket wheels on it, lighter tires, and brush guard. You need to get your own lane, girl. All over that doggone white line in her little Nissan Pathfinder. I'll show her how to find paths with it. Bump her with this big black thing and knock her over in the trees. Anyway. Yeah, he's forking over quite a bit of Sanders. So that was what she was talking about. He's forking over quite a bit of money for her, for the truck that he's got right now. And there's not really much sense in it. There's no rhyme or reason for it. He started with one of the car lots in town, saved up his money, bought him, I don't know if I ever recorded that one or not. He bought, in 2012, he bought a Tao, I got it. Moped. Couldn't think what the heck the stupid thing was. But he bought him a Tao moped for $600 and something. And drove it for, say, 6 months. Got to where he couldn't drive it anymore. Stuff was just falling apart off of it. So he took it and got the brake, I think the back brake was locked up on it, and he had it, no, the front brake was off of it. He had it off and had it wired up to the front forks, and it still ran good. I think it's like a 95cc, something like that, just tiny little motor. It can carry my big butt 45 miles an hour though. It did that well. I went down my street just maxed out, just wide open, no helmet or nothing. Wide out, had that throttle just cranked. Of course, part of the reason I got up to 45 on it with my big butt is that a big part of that drive that I was doing when I got it that fast was downhill. Had a real big dip. I just realized I've almost had this truck myself for 10 years. In 10 years, I've had one major failure with this truck. 2 if you count the distributor. Take that back. 3, the fuel pump. But they're all just easy fix stuff, with the exception of the transmission. And the transmission that I had in it was still pretty good. I could have probably still gotten away with just taking it easy with that transmission. Because when I thought the transmission was going out, it was that aftermarket Chinese distributor that I had in here. The one that I got in here now is the one out of my wife's Suburban, and it's working like a champ. No complaints about this one. I still can't believe when I put it in that I put it in exact. I couldn't do that again if I tried. And all I did was try to make sure that the number 1 piston was top dead center, and then I aimed the little tab on the rotor button towards that piston. Neighbor didn't have to adjust it at all when he tested it. Just to give you guys an idea of what's coming up. As I told you, this company that I've been dealing with has been sending me things to test or review, whatever. I'm not getting paid for doing it, but I'm not paying for any of this stuff either. And there's one thing that I really want to test. I'd really like to get to do a review on. Because I didn't put a description of what type of video I had planned for it, I wasn't approved for it. You have to request these things. But the one thing I'd like to do that didn't get my description in there properly, it was just showing up blank, is a 3D printer. Now, it's not one of these big ones that'll do great big things, just a little bitty printer. But even a little bitty 3D printer, you can do some pretty neat stuff with. So, once I get the 2 things that I've got now to review knocked out, I should be able to get approved for doing the review on that 3D printer, I'm hoping. This next thing that I'm getting ready to mention will prove that none of this stuff that I'm getting sent to review is something that I bought. The next thing that I've got to review is a stone coated frying pan. Yeah, I said it. Big sakes, dude. I'm gonna sit here 5 doggone years because you don't know how to get up into the intersection. Basically, when they described it, this frying pan was a stone pan. When I got it, it was a stone coated pan. Now, it didn't take long to get here, so it's probably made by an American manufacturer, and it is a type of stone coating on the pan, but it is still a metal pan. But I'm going to do a quick review of it and see if it does any better than, say, the Silverstone that I've got on the pans that I use at home now. But I don't usually make a habit of going out and buying frying pans one-off with no lid, just willy-nilly like that. And this one did not come with a lid either. It just got here today. But once I get those two knocked down and get the videos created for them, and well, there went my son and his food. But once I get the videos created for them, then I can request something else, and hopefully it'll be the 3D printer that I'm requesting this time, and I'll get to do a review on it. That makes me sick. I think he's got an X mark zero turn. He's out there just trucking away. It's alright. Be doing that on my brand new Craftsman tomorrow night. Wow. Just had major ADHD moment there. 5 or 6 different things going in my head at once, trying to keep track of all of them. At least you didn't get to see any of the dyslexia yet. Got that too. I'm just hoping that these people don't get upset if I give an honest review. First thing I reviewed was those e-liquids that came from England. And honestly, I still stand by my opinion of those. And I am still using them up. I still like that, the blueberry one, to the point that I've actually vaped it halfway down and topped it back up with more VG. Just makes it last a little longer that way. I think they were 50-50 mix, and now it's more like an 80-20 mix. But I got that, did that review, and they thanked me for being honest with my opinion of it. I do like the strawberry one, but to me it was kind of plain. My wife loves it. She was just over the moon about the strawberry flavor because it was so strong. And I told her, I was like, yeah, well, I said, if you really like that one that much, I'll let you have it. Of course, she's got her own little weird flavored ones that I can't really get behind the taste of. They're just, I don't know. They got some weird kind of flavor to them, and I just can't. But yeah, look in that window and you see, look in the smaller window, wherever I decide to put it, you'll see my grass is ridiculously high already because we've been getting rain like crazy lately, and it's just shot straight up. So now I've got to get that tractor out here and wear it the heck out. pooches are out. Yay. That means Katie's home. Get out from behind my truck, stupid. But yeah, nobody can say I haven't gotten my money's worth out of this truck. Paid $4,500 for it. Had it 10 years. I've put a fuel pump in it, a transmission, and a distributor.